So I just moved from Lightroom to something called Skylum Luminar Neo. So I want to make a quick video showing you how it works and why I kind of like it more now. I've seen some people in the field using this more and more, mostly for landscape images, and I really want to try it on several types of images, including deep space. So we'll give it a go right now and see what it's worth. So let's go over the dashboard really quick and show you how easy it is to use. So for example, here we have 3 tabs. The first one is catalog. So this is where you put all of your files that you plan to edit. So I just threw a bunch of files in here, as you can see, and I've already played with some. You can see on the icon here. This icon means I've already modified this picture, and some of them, like for example the star trails here, there is no icon, so I haven't touched them yet, and we'll do it together. If we select an image, let's go with an easy one. So for example the star trail one, we can select it and go to presets, which is the second tab, and this one here will show us a bunch of different presets, kind of like Instagram filters but more in depth, that are recommended for this picture. So right now the AI is recommending those at the top here. So if we go with the first one, for example scenery, we have different ones inside this category, and you can hover your mouse over each and see the difference. So by the way, this was an image I made last year and I was very happy with the result, but if you hover your mouse over a few random ones here, as you can see, like even this one, just this one looks already much better than the original. There is now much more color in the sky, and yes, wow, it goes from more yellowish to blue. I love that. Some of them will include different skies, which I don't really like much because I don't like modifying the actual image, so I will ignore this one. But if you see one you like, you can select it. So I do like fast fix, and once you click on it, it is going to ask you if you want to leave it at 100%, or you can just reduce that to whatever you feel like is good. So in this case, I think I like it all the way actually. So we'll do that. And now you can either export this if you're happy with it, or you can go into edit, so the third tab. And this tab here is where you go much more in depth about your image. So you'll have curves, you'll have details, you'll have noise reduction, and a bunch of other things. At the top here, if you just go to the very first option, enhance will use the AI to try to enhance your image the way the way it thinks you will like. So if we do this for our image, if we go all the way, see it's a bit too colorful now, I would say, so we'll just reduce that, but that would be good. You can also use masks for I think almost all of these, so you can have a brush or linear mask and whatever you want. Then you have some noise reduction and sharpening AI options, so you can click on one of these, and if you hover your mouse, you can be entertained while you wait for the AI to take care of the noise reduction. So let's see here. Okay, so as you can see, it took care of the noise. If we do a before and after, which you can see here, so far, this on the left is before, on the right is after. So you can see a huge difference already with just a few seconds of editing. And you can also go in your history, by the way. If you go to edits on the top here, you see all of your history from beginning to the end, which is really cool. There are also 2 categories we don't really plan to use as astrophotographers, which are the creative options, which are kind of to add lights and all that, or like fog. Or you can also have a portrait category here. Obviously we don't really plan to use that either, so we usually skip those. And then if we go to a different image, let's find something else that's completely different. Let me show you a deep space image this time. If we go to the Christmas tree nebula here, which is a beautiful image, I played with the settings earlier, and I want to show you how it started compared to this. This is how it is now, and if you look at how it was before, let me just open the file right here, since I have it. This was before, so a big difference for sure in colors, in details, and it's actually really good. I guess it depends, for deep space, how well this program will work. In this case, there is a lot of details and a lot of colors, so it's really good. Now, I want to show you this one here, the Pleiades. So this one I processed from nothing. So this was the master file, so all black, just a regular master file, and I tried processing it in Luminar, and you can see the result here. So it's not too bad. Obviously the only issue, well, the main issue is that there are no ways to do background extraction, so there is no DBE or ABE. You might notice also this was taken with a refractor telescope, but there are some diffraction spikes, and that's because this program also allows you to add diffraction spikes very easily. So it is called Magic Light, and it is in the extension category. So I'm going to reset it, and if you simply play with intensity, you can see diffraction spikes appearing. And if you want to make realistic ones, so just 4 beams, you can go down here to number of beams, make it 4, and there you go. You can also play with the clearness, the glow. It's really cool. So if you guys like to add diffraction spikes to your images, that's a very, very easy way to do it without having to target different stars and all that manually. Okay, and I wanted to show you maybe one last thing. It is the merge, so HDR Merge. Very, very simple to use. So if we pick, for example, these 2 pictures here, those are 2 pics I took. One was for the Milky Way, so I think a 20-second exposure, but the lights were so bright that I took another picture afterward, a very short one, so the sky is all black, but the lights are more natural. So if we just drag them in HDR Merge and just click on Merge, as simple as that, is going to merge them in just a few seconds and create one HDR image. And there we go. As you can see here, if we go in, the lights are natural, not too bright, and the sky appears nice. So it's very cool. Let's just quickly pick a preset and see what we can do with the Milky Way here. It's a bit difficult to find the right ones for Milky Way stuff, because many of those presets were made with regular daytime photography in mind, so just so you know. So if you take your time, you might find some, but let's go with this one, After Hours. Okay, and then you can simply keep editing in the Edit tab. So this is very useful if you have so many images to merge. I have so many of these that I took that one night, and this is going to be a very simple way to merge all of them. And yeah, so just so you guys can see, I did edit this one too. I'll show you a quick before and after. On the left is before, on the right is, oops. So this was before, and then after, a bit brighter. The one thing I loved about this one is that you could target the brightness from close to far. So I increased the brightness near us. So if you look at the relight category here, you can see brightness near or brightness far, which is pretty cool. So it targets different areas of your image, knowing if something is far or close. So if you want to bring out the mountains and make it brighter, you can go up on the brightness far, and that's going to bring up the mountains only, which is really cool. And so yeah, this was a quick walkthrough of Luminar. It's a really good way to process your images, well, at least your landscapes mostly, but also some deep space images, especially if you're done processing them. Obviously you won't get the best results by just processing them in Luminar, but doing the final touches in here is very fast and can result in much more impressive images. Okay, so hopefully this was fun to watch. I plan to use Skylum Luminar for about everything that comes to post-processing, so I will keep doing all my processing in PixInsight like usual, but I think it's nice to have a quick way to enhance your image one final time before you share it online. I will have a discount below if you want to check it out, thanks to Skylum for providing a discount. And yeah, give it a try and see if you like it on your images. I'm mostly happy about the AI noise reduction as well as the HDR Merge features, which are very, very cool. And yeah, so you will also find a text version below if you want to just scroll through the text version. And I'll see you guys next time. Yes, guys.